Hey, this is Sam Black with my first match with the Great Aurora in Standard. I'm on play here, I believe. No, I'm on the draw and my opponent is mulliganed, and I'm going to keep. My hand is just generally pretty good. I have a removal spell to buy time, and then a ramp spell to do a bigger ramp spell, and at that point hopefully I can do some really sweet things. I am playing against either a control deck or an Eldrazi deck. It's hard to say for sure yet. Wouldn't be surprised if this is, yep, I was thinking something like this. Some kind of weird brain in a jar, bounce spells, maybe Rise from the Tides type deck. So ultimate price isn't going to be very good here, but we will get to side in Caustic Caterpillar, so at least I have that to look forward to. Nagging Thoughts, Island, Pour Over the Pages, Engulf the Shore, and Grip of the Royal are the cards that we've seen. My opponent took Nagging Thoughts and Pour Over the Pages. So the big problem here is that my opponent is probably setting up for an end of turn, use Brain in a Jar to Rise from the Tides, and then attack me with all the zombies and kill me. So I basically need to not let Brain in a Jar get to 6. Might as well gain some life. Maybe I can get to the point where it's not lethal in one attack. I'm getting swamps before forests to keep my Nissa's Pilgrimages on as long as possible. So what I'm hoping to find is any of the Great Aurora, Dark Petition, Ulamog, and Worldbreaker to answer the Brain in a Jar. So now I can copy spells with Mirror Pool at this point, but I think I want to save it to copy something like a Dark Petition. I could get Kalidas down, but since my opponent, I think, is potentially in the business of bouncing my creatures, getting Den Protector to get bounced whenever my opponent tries to do that seems like a way to potentially get ahead. Plus, I wouldn't see, here we go. Engulf the Shores, respond by flipping this and returning this as renewal. And now this whole idea of trying to get to enough life that these zombies aren't lethal is seeming a little more plausible, if not altogether likely. It's coming. Alright, so how many zombies are we really looking at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's only 28 damage. It's obviously going to go up from there, but that's not good. So I think I can get to the point where I can live through one hit from the zombies. The problem is that there's a very good chance that my opponent will make zombies and then attack me and then part the water veil and attack me again. And I will not be well positioned against that. Virulent Plague seems like a pretty good sideboard card in this matchup. so I'm not gonna copy Niss's renewal, even though it would gain 7 life. This will help make it a little more difficult for the zombies to not kill, or for the zombies to kill me, maybe. Okay, no zombies yet. I wonder if I'm just wrong about how my opponent kills. Or maybe there are just very few copies of Part the Water Veil and Rise from the Tides. I haven't seen any yet from all of the digging. There's their eyes. This was on my opponent's turn, so there's just one attack. 18 zombies, that's not lethal. But only 2 Part the Water Veils are used, so if my opponent's playing 4, could have some problems. Yep. Well, I think I'm probably dead, but I'm gonna kill as many zombies as I can on my way out, which is not terribly many. So that's 17, so 15 to get through, so I'm gonna take 27 basically. Which means this next attack will be lethal. 14 will get through for 28. I'll gain 5, or I'll gain 3 rather. Yeah, so I'm dead. Alright, well, we have some tools. We do not want these removal spells. I think Languish might be worth keeping around. We do want Caustic Caterpillar, Transgress the Mind, Pick the Brain, Virulent Plague, and I guess that's it. And we need to cut one more thing. Chatty Offshoot's a pretty easy cut. If my opponent somehow does something tricky and has creatures, I still have a Languish and an Obnixilis and Ulamog. So I think this is the best I can do. My card window thing reset. Get this fixed. I think that I need this is much better. Top. I'm going to cast Duress on 2 because it's very important to get Brain in a Jar. Nagging thoughts pour over the pages, rise from the tide. So, random things. I want to dress again. Plus, this actually represents a faster clock than Sylvan Advocate. Especially if I miss land drop it. So lucky. Alright, well. I can dress later. Oh, whoops. Lost track of where we were. Wanted to sack this Evolving Wilds so that I could exploit the vegetation, but instead I'll just flip this. Pieces, pieces, poor, poor rise. My opponent seems to not have a lot of rise from the tides. I'm gonna hope that I can just make my opponent not have them. Let's not fail to sacrifice that at the right time again. Put the Water Veil and some random filler type cards. Alright. I think it's better to get Sylvan Advocate big than to transgress this turn, but I could be wrong about that. The greatest way for this match to end is with my opponent casting Rise from the Tides to make a bunch of zombies, but not killing me, And then me using the Great Aurora to deck my opponent, because there are more zombies than cards in my opponent's library. That is my dream scenario here. Alright, let's just do this now. Can't imagine how that would be a big problem. Well, yeah, that's what I want to do. Could potentially inform a Hissing Quagmire attack or non-attack. Disperse that guy. Alright. That thing's tapped. Rise from the Tides, negate Pour Part Grip. Probably taking Rise from the Tides. I'll just continue operating on the theory that my opponent doesn't have that many Rise from the Tides and needs them to actually kill me. Although, given how close my opponent is to dead, maybe I should have gone for Pour Over the Pages. Or even Part the Water Veil. Hope I'm not just dead. Certainly could be. Not seeing Engulf the Shore. I wonder if my opponent boarded it out. So, what happens if I cast the Great Aurora? Oh, I can't. I only have 8 lands. Okay. I think I just try to attack now. Disperse is return a non-land. But I'm not sure what can punish me for animating this. Now that my opponent can't rise from the, or doesn't have enough mana to engulf the shores. Good enough. Yeah, all these sideboard cards are still very bad. I guess I could Cletus over Jotty Offshoot. That's probably an upgrade. That is a lot of cards that cost $1 million. I probably should not keep. I think I do have to keep this. No thanks. Yay, not brain in a jar. I'm just going to recast this thing. Next turn I can Explosive Vegetation and attack for 4. I think that's better than starting the ramp early. Well, I'm worried about running out of forests because these pilgrimages. I'm going to get one forest because this other Explosive Vegetation can get the last 2 swamps, and this saves me a life. Sure. Tireless Tracker seems outstanding here. So I think these clues actually do matter. I'll sack one. And that buys an Engulf the Shore. All right. getting to the point where the Great Aurora is starting to look pretty good. I think I'm going to wait one turn on it. Maybe I should start tearing my opponent's hand apart, actually. It's probably the safe thing to do. Do I have any forests left in my deck? Yeah, I have 2. Alright, that's what I thought. I guess I probably want to transgress. Get things exiled. We will get Rise from the Tides. And then I think I want to Explosive Vegetate. Well, no, let's just do this. No, I don't have enough mana to flip it and transgress. I'm just going to Explosive Vegetation. Get the last 2 forests, get 2 more clues. Not a terribly effective parting of the Water Veil. This is fine. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's Seasons Past. Only cost 1 more mana than Den Protector flip. Now I have 9 mana, which is not enough to petition for the Aurora, but I can transgress, get Rise, leave my opponent with a land, play Tireless Tracker, Quagmire, Advocate. And now I believe my opponent is very dead. Miss. Alright. It seems pretty unlikely in this deck, but So now I just have a very easy lethal, just animate this and attack after drawing a card. And I have 3/4 power attackers. Don't get to do anything fancy. Alright, well, that was fun. Played against something a little unusual. Got to see how I can transform to fight spells rather than creatures.